Yes. Hello everyone. So this is your chapter number 14 of the ABM, that is performance management, right? So what all are the important topic in this chapter? That is performance management method, then all the barriers, then BI and assessment center. So basically you have to cover all these method. These are the traditional method like freeform essay method, straight ranking, comparison, grading, graphic rating, force choice, force distribution, group appraisal, and we have the modern method as well. MBO, assessment center, human asset accounting method, bars, and 360-degree, right? And these are the common barrier. So now we have the first question. What are the arrange the step of the performance appraisal in the correct sequence? That is measure performance, comparing standard with the actual performance, then setting standard, taking the corrective measure, and discussing the outcome. So, what is the right answer in that? Right? You need to arrange the following step in the correct order. So, what is the right order is? See, first of all, in the performance appraisal, what is the meaning of the performance appraisal? You have to compare the performance between the standard and the actual, right? And how you are going to compare? You have to set the standard. Okay? So first of all, you have to set the standard. This is the first step, right? After that, you have to measure the performance. So B is the right answer. You have to measure the performance. Then you have to compare between the actual and the standard. So this is the third one. And finally, you have to discuss the outcome. So this is the fourth step. If there is a deviation, then take the corrective action, right? So this is the last one. Okay. So this is the correct sequences of the performance appraisal. First, you have to set the standard, right? After that, find out how the employee is performing, measure the performance. Then there will be a comparison between the standard and actual, right? Then after that discuss the outcome and finally take the corrective measure. Now, next question is a manager sit with each team to jointly set the quarterly performance goal. Employee actively participate and agree to specific target. Question is which MBO principle does this illustrate? Centralized decision making, joint goal setting, forced ranking, or autocratic leadership? So which one is the right answer? Right? A manager sit with each team member to jointly set the quarterly performance goal. Employee actively participate and even see what is the meaning of the MBO? MBO is management by objective. Okay? And this is given by the Peter F. Drucker, right? So in the MBO, basically you have to compare. Okay? There will be a joint goal setting with the manager and the employee. Both will do the joint goal setting. After that, there will be a measure of the performance, comparing the performance. So, which MBO principle does this illustrate? Right? Is it centralized decision making, joint goal setting, forced ranking, autocratic leadership? Which one is the right answer? Right? So, which one is the right answer? That is B. It is all about the joint goal setting. So, basically, MBO itself is started with the joint goal setting, right? You and your manager will do the joint goal setting. then your performance will be measured. If there is any drawback is there, then feedback will be given to you. Next is two manager use bars to rate a sales executive. Both rely on the detailed behavioral example rather than personal impression. So their rating are most consistent. Which advantage of the bars is shown? Option A, reduce the leniency and halo error. B is encourage the trade based judgment. C is increase the subjectivity. And D is focus on the employee personality. बताइए. Right? So basically, two manager. What is the full form of the bars? That is behavioral anchored rating scale, right? And where actually the performance will be measured based on the critical incident. So two manager use bars to rate a sales executive. Both rely on the detailed behavioral example rather than personal impression. Their rating are more consistent. Question is which advantage of the bars is shown? Reduce leniency and halo error, encourage trade based judgment, then increase the subjectivity, and last is focus on the employee personality. बताइए. So which one is the right answer? So which advantage is this? That is reduce the leniency and halo error. Okay. What is the meaning of the leniency? Leniency means giving the rating to everyone, like lenient rating. Halo error is there is one thing, one character, right, which will be positive, right? Next is a nurse performance is rated on 1 to 5 scale with behavioral description of each point. 1 is for fail to check vital sign accurately. 5 is consistently check vital sign and take immediate corrective action when needed. So question is this evaluation is the example of graphic rating, bars, 360 or checklist. Right? So this is the answer of the bars, right? B, behavioral anchored rating scale. Because in that, right, there will be a based on the critical incident and the performance dimension will be prepared, right, based on the employee behavior. That this one is for bad performance, this one is for good performance, like that. So this is the answer of the bars. Next is during a selection interview, a recruiter asks a candidate, tell me about a time when you had to resolve a conflict within your team. What exactly did you do? The candidate provide a detailed example. बताइए. So, which key principle of BEI is illustrated here? That is, focus on hypothetical scenario, focus on past behavior as predictor of the future behavior, then focus on the technical knowledge and focus on the personal trait. बताइए. So, which one is the right answer? The right answer will be B. This is completely, BI is completely depend upon the past behavior, because in that there will be a prediction that whatever you are doing in the future, that is reflected based on your past behavior. Okay. Next is the interviewer ask a candidate to describe situation, task, action and result when handling the difficult customer complaint, right? So, which interview approach is being used? Option A, unstructured interview. Option B, star method. Option C, hypothetical problem solving. And D is stress interview. बताइए. Right? So, which one is the right answer? So, which interview approach is being used? So, that is the right answer will be B, star method. Okay. So, basically, we have done the question. Now, these are the important technique of the performance management. So, there is a number one technique is free form essay method, where it is a completely descriptive method, right? And in this method, this completely descriptive method, and in this method, uh, the in the subjective form you can write about your employee, right, completely in a descriptive format. Then we have the straight ranking method. Based on the certain parameter you have to give the ranking. Comparison is where actually you are comparing your one employee to the other employees. Then grading will be A B C D, right? Based on the A B C D you are doing giving the grading. Then graphic is based on the 1 2 3 4 5, like 1 is 5 is excellent, one is poor. Then you have forced choice method, where actually statement are given, only yes or no you have to write. Okay. Then you have the forced distribution method. In the forced distribution method, there is a bell curve will be formed, and in that maximum coverage will be in the average area, and the highest one is, right. Then you have the highest one is basically, if even in your team there is no one is like the highest performer, still you have to give, you have to put it in that. Group appraisal is where actually 2 to 3 employees are giving you rating. Then in the modern method category you have the 360-degree appraisal, where your appraisal will be conducted by your employee, your peers, your superior, everyone is giving you the rating. Right. So there is a 360-degree method. Then you have the bars, then numerous set accounting, MBO, and assessment center method.